For decades, electricity shortages have held back industries and businesses across Southeast Nigeria, but 3 states are beginning to challenge that reality. Abia, Enugu, and Imo States are pursuing different strategies to expand power generation and improve electricity supply. In Abia, the Abia Integrated Power Project provides a major gas-fired generation base for the industrial city. In Enugu, the state is developing its own electricity market while pursuing independent power generation. And in Imo State, the state is leveraging on its significant natural gas resources to support new energy projects and industrial development. Together, these efforts point to a bigger shift. Southeast states are increasingly looking beyond dependence on the national grid. But how significant are these projects, and can they transform the region's energy future? This documentary examines 3 Southeast states breaking barriers in the power generation sector.
Abia State Governor Alex Oti made headlines at the Invest Lagos 3.0 Summit, declaring that Aba already enjoys 24-hour electricity through geometric power, covering 9 local government areas, and promising that Umuahia and the rest of Abia State will soon follow. Let's take a look.
Let me use this opportunity to thank the Vice President for untying all the problems that Geometric had and coming personally in February 2024 to commission Geometric Power after 20 years. Today, Aba as an island that includes 8 more local governments, literally off the national grid, and Aba has been ring-fenced as an island, and they have 24-hour power as we speak.
Let me also say that some of the things that are happening in Abia today is because we now have power. It was actually the existence of Geometric that gave us the courage to launch our first set of electric buses. And interestingly, the second set will be arriving in another week.
For the governor, the target is to improve electricity generation and distribution to the unserved and undeserved communities across the state.
As a state, we appreciate that every improved electricity supply is at the heart of our economic and social transformation agenda. We are therefore moving as fast as we can to make the most of the new streams of opportunities that have arisen in the energy ecosystem, to welcome competent investors to drive our talent for the sector.
So my Honorable Commissioner for Power and Public Utilities is in the Netherlands negotiating that, even though it's a private enterprise, but then we are interested to support them to grow because it is all for us. So if we have another 125 megawatts, we don't really straight to Umuahia and detach the entire state from the national grid. That's our vision.
In 2024, Nigeria had a 26.3% electricity access rate in rural areas, with approximately 88.5 million people lacking electricity access nationwide. To address these and provide the people with steady electricity, the state government has adopted a framework that will serve as a means for the industrialization of Abia and economic fulfillment of individuals.
Any moment from now, residents of Enugu and its environs may begin to enjoy uninterrupted power supply in the state. This is because the state government says it is set to commence generation of electricity supply in the state. It could be recalled that on the 10th of June 2023, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu assented to the electricity bill, which authorizes states, companies, and individuals to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity. The new electricity law repeals the Electricity Power Supply Reform Act, which was signed by President Olusegun Obasanjo in 2005. With the signing of this Enugu State electricity bill, the business climate is expected to be conducive for investment. Governor Peter Amba spoke on the importance of the signing of the electricity bill.
Enugu State has spared no time in making sure we create our own electricity markets. And that is the import of this law. This will now enable us to play in all the value chain of the electricity industry. We're now able to play in the generation, transmission, and distribution of the electricity markets.
The governor of Enugu State, Mr. Peter Mba, says the state's coal reserves will be utilized to produce 1,000 megawatts of electricity and will not be regarded as a stranded asset without sufficient compensation. Governor Mba said coal deposits in the state have about 0.5 sulfuric content, saying he is counting technology to make the impact of coal utilization on the environment minimal.
Enugu also has huge mineral assets. We're quite heavy. They tend to think, of course, because we were referred to as a coal city, that we know we have one of the best coals. Sure, an oxymoron to say you have the cleanest coal, but yes, we do have the cleanest coal. And you know, this coal, it's only comparable to what you have perhaps in Japan. A sulfur level of 0.5 and a calorific value of more than 6,700.
You may already know Enugu became the first state in the country that set up its electricity market. But we've since gone beyond just setting up the electricity market. We're also now interested in building the electricity here, producing electricity here. And I'm pleased to inform you that in July we're going to be breaking ground. We're going to be installing a 660 megawatts of a coal-fired power plant. And the outlay in terms of time is about 18 months. In 18 months after July, we're going to commission that coal-fired power plant. What it means is not just that you have access to electricity, but you're also going to have affordable electricity, because it's going to be by far the cheapest electricity in the country. The interesting thing about our coal is that we have the best quality of coal in the world. We don't have anywhere in the world where the quality of coal compares to ours. Our calorific value is over 7,200. It doesn't exist anywhere, which is good for electricity production. Our sulfur content is less than 0.5%. With 1% you're happy, but this is 0.5%. It doesn't exist anywhere, not in this country. The only country that comes close is Japan, but it's still better than what you have in Japan. So instead of just exporting our coal raw, we're going to beneficiate from it. We're going to add value to it by generating electricity with our coal. And so what that simply means is that post-2027, you will not have your power, go off in Enugu. You are going to, whether for businesses and for residential or indeed any commercial activities you're undertaking here in Enugu.
We set up an electricity regulatory commission and licensed to Rush Electricity Company of Nigeria through a public-private partnership. Now in Imo State, we generate, we transmit, we distribute electricity. We have provided electricity to the serious industries around the state capital, connecting electricity to the senatorial headquarters of Imo State under phase 1. We at the state capital enjoy 24 hours electricity provided by Imo State. By the second phase, all the local government areas of Imo State will have steady electricity. Imo State needs power. We need to revitalize our industries. We need to bring more industries into Imo State. We need to create jobs. We need to introduce ease of doing business. And at the end of the day, we want Imo State to be returned back to what is used to know, what is known for, tourist headquarters of the region.
You can have the best location, you can have the best workforce, the best market access, and the best roads, but without reliable electricity, you will stagnate. It is common knowledge that industrial operators in Nigeria spend more money on power generation than they do on salaries. This is not sustainable. We have addressed this concern in Imo State. By the end of this month, we will launch phase 1 of the Light Up Imo project. These have shifted from the realm of promise to the realm of reality. The infrastructure for this is already in place. When those switches eventually flip, greater parts of the state will receive a steady 24-hour power supply from our own indigenous power and electricity company, Orash Electricity Company of Nigeria. The first phase will begin with the Owerri metropolis, while the next phase will connect durable electricity to the 27 local government areas of the state. This is a game changer. There will be no more generator economics, no more production downtime, no more excuses. Yes, we will guarantee 24/7 electricity supply to the state.
Governor Hope Uzodinma says the signing of the memorandum shows how important the project is to his administration, reiterating his commitment to ensuring uninterrupted electricity to enable residents of the state do their business, while urging the Urachi Electricity Company to live up to expectation.
We will do our best to live up to the responsibilities expected of us in this agreement, both at the state level and the local government level. And in return, we also expect our partners to do the same thing.
The governor, however, urged Imo State Ministry of Power to put all necessary arrangements in place to ensure that by the end of the year, there is constant power in the urban areas in order to revitalize aligned industries, start new ones, create jobs, as well as improve on ease of doing business index. High point of the event was signing the memorandum with Urachi. Upon completion, the project will create more jobs in the state.
The power story of the Southeast is entering a new phase. Abia, Enugu, and Imo State are showing that the region's energy future could be built around local generation, natural gas, and private investment. But generating electricity is only the beginning. The bigger question is whether the project can deliver the reliable power needed to transform industries, create jobs, and accelerate economic growth. What do you think? Can Abia, Enugu, and Imo lead a power generation revolution in the Southeast? Subscribe to 1010 Media, turn on notification, and follow us as we document the transformation of Southeast Nigeria.